Good evening. Hi, this is Tiffany Fox, and this is Willie. This is Willie. He's joining us. I thought I would go ahead and bring him this time instead of just letting him, scratch at the door like he did for my first Facebook Live. And so tonight we're talking about drawing. We're talking about teaching drawing. We're talking about teaching drawing on a grid. But before we get started, I need you to do something for me. I need you to, if you would like to win a TPT, TPT's big site-wide sale is tomorrow and Tuesday. My entire shop will be on sale. If you would like a TPT gift card and you would like to be chosen, I need you to like my page, I need you to follow my page, and I need you to share this Facebook Live on your feed. And everybody who shares it, likes, and follows my page, tomorrow at 7 p.m., I'm going to randomly draw a name from everybody who did that. And I'm going to announce a winner. I'll just announce it like in a post on my Facebook page. So check back in around 7 o'clock tomorrow night. I'll tag you and I will send you a $25 gift card so that you can shop the sale. So that's the first thing you need to do. The second thing we need to do is get this arrow out of the way and talk about task cards. When I'm teaching drawing, I always like the kids to have lots of practice. If you've been around for a while and you've used my resources or you've heard my methodology, you know that I'm all about the scaffold. I'm all about the kids learning in small steps, big victories, and so this is no different. I also like them to be engaged. I like the things that they practice on to not be too large so that they can get some real successes and confidence along the way. So, I'm sorry, Willie. I'm going to put Willie down right here. Come up with 2 resources. These could be for middle or high school art. If you think high school kids don't like to draw cartoons, think again, because I've never seen so much engagement in my life as when kids are drawing cartoons. It's not intimidating, it's fun, and they don't have to worry about anything but the basics. This is a grid drawing method, so each one of these is 2 separate resources. Each one is different images, different characters, and 24 cards. And when I say cards, I'm going to show you that. This is the card. 24 cards. They come in, let's see, 2 different options. So a 4-part grid and a 9-part grid. There are 2 options and the directions are right on the card. So it's really easy you to print these. Here we go. All right, y'all, seriously. Okay, it's very easy to print these and laminate them and cut them. And then there's your prep. It's done, all right? So you can print them and the options are the kids can do them in their sketchbook. They can scale it up. I give the directions for how big they have to scale it up. They can do it in their sketchbook. Voila, they're done. I also include a rubric for the sketchbook only portion. This is a reflection that the kids fill out. So this is how they tell you, this is how I think I did. This is how I think I could do better. And then up here is your rubric. So this is sketchbook option. Your other option is to print the finished worksheet. Now look, see here, got a 9-part grid. We also have a 4-part option for them. There we go. And directions are right on the front. And rubric and reflection is on the back. You can either print these on 65-pound cardstock, which is what I have here. You can feed this right into your copier. Fantastic way to get something printed. And when they're drawing, it feels more like drawing paper, if that makes sense. You can also cut drawing paper. I've cut 80-pound drawing paper to 8.5 by 11 and put it in the copier before. So that's perfectly doable. But they can do this on the worksheet, printed on cardstock or on regular computer paper. Easy for you to grade, easy for them to reflect, all in one page, easy peasy. All right, so that's your 2 options for actually carrying out the exercise. I'm big about a display. I'm big about bragging on the kids. I'm big about their work hanging up in the room. I'm big about it hanging in the hallway. So, because I have to be extra, because my daughter says I'm extra, I have printed frames, a document. Willie, let's show them the frames. I have printed frames, and you can see, let me show you here. See, this is something that's put right on top of the worksheet. And you can have the kids choose their frame. There's 4 that come with the resource. They can cut the entire frame out, and then they can put it, if they did the worksheet option or the sketchbook option. Oh, great, someone's texting me. They can put it right on top of here and then paste it on and cut it out, and then you can hang these in the hallway. Make sure they sign them. It's like a little masterpiece. Or you can print them. They can cut just around the outside. They can cut out their image, their drawing, and paste it on here. So whatever, it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But you will have a really awesome hall display when you are finished. I'm going to just sidetrack here for a second. If you're a member of my email list, so that is mrstfoxresources.com. Subscribe now at the bottom of the homepage. I think there's a link at the bottom of every page. Your freebie this week was what we talked about last week in last week's Facebook Live, where we talked about painting the disco ball. This is a parent, student, teacher supply contract. So this is when you give your painting supplies, this is completely editable. When you give out your supplies, you give the kids this contract. They have the parents sign it. You could even send it to the parents, digitally or however you want to do it. And this guarantees you get nice clean brushes and palettes back, and this guarantees that you don't have a dirty sink every single time at the end of your class. So I just forgot to tell you about that. If you're on my email list, this was your freebie that you got this afternoon in the newsletter. So if you have not checked your email, check it, pop into that newsletter and grab that freebie. So I just wanted to make sure I told you that. Oh, let me see if this is what I like to call the non-laminated version. And these are printed on 65-pound cardstock. And then, of course, this is your laminated version. Now, you can see these are 2 different sizes. You could also print them front back. So that's, if you want to save some paper and say to the kids, you got 2 choices. You got the 4-part, you got the 9-part. I would suggest printing these off on the cardstock, just because what's going to happen is you can see through this on the paper. And if you print it on the cardstock, you're not going to be able to see through to the other side for the image. So that was the other thing I wanted to tell you. And as far as the 2 different sizes go, this one here is about a 3.5 by 8.5. This is about a 4 by 10 3/4. This one is if you go with the print option scale, like scale to fit, fill up the page. This one is just plain scale. So I hope that makes sense. Took me a while to figure that out. I always suggest only printing one until you figure out, how big you want it before you print all 24. So that's just a little print tip there. And let's see if I am forgetting anything. Oh, we have 2, like I told you, we have 2 sets. This is something that I think would be really cool if you're doing some cell phone management in your class, or if you just want a different way to store things. So I'm going to tilt my camera a little bit this way. And I'm going to show you this beautiful $9 shoe holder from Amazon. And so what I did was I took the shoe holder, and it has 24 slots, which is why I have 24 cards. Now, if you have more than 24 kids in your class, buy 2 of them. Give everybody a designated slot. Okay, so everybody knows. You could even have them make little name cards, and they could stick them down in here. This is their stuff. And so what I did was I just printed the scale builders, all right? You could have these outside in a pile, have them choose the one they want, or you could just randomly put them in here. If you had them printed 2-sided, then they could pick the 4-part or the 9-part. And this is it when they come into class, they stick their cell phone in here, they take their card, they go to their seat, and they do their work. So this could be a bell ringer. This could be a way to start your class. This could be an early finisher activity. This could be a subplans activity. This could be an after a test activity. So once they're done with their test, whatever their end of unit quiz or something, no matter what, you have this stocked with these little cards, and there are more cards on the way. I have a zillion ideas for these cards. And they could come and choose one, and they could get their sketchbook, or they could grab the worksheet, and they could go ahead and finish that or work on that while everybody else is finishing up their test. Oh, there's just a zillion things you can do with this. So you probably saw when I pulled this out, there is an artist card behind here. This is a completely different Facebook Live. This is another 15 minutes. I'll have to talk to you about these, but these are in my shop. And there are 3 sets of what I like to call the Big Ten art history cards, but same kind of format. I think I have some more behind here. Yeah, here we go. So you can see that what the cards do is when you flip them over, they're responding. There's some basic information about the artist, but then they're responding to some prompts about that piece. So they get to reflect and they get to evaluate and they get to, look at different works of art, and just another way to get them engaged. And the prep is only once. You are one and done with these activities, with these task cards. So I am hoping that I am not forgetting anything. And I certainly hope this has helped you, like it has made some sense, given you some ideas, made you think about different ways to have the kids practice. Just remember, building skills is how we build confidence. And when we build confidence in kids who are confident, kids who know what they're doing, kids who are secure in their skills, are going to be more engaged down the line. And then when you get to things like advanced drawing prompts and critical thinking and creative endeavors, you start getting up into AP Studio Art, and where they're really taking an idea and they're fleshing it out, they have the skills necessary. And these things enable them to get to that place. So as kind of primitive as we think these kinds of things are, they really help build the foundation for your artists to get strong and confident in your classroom. So I just am always so excited to see you. And I'm this, what do I call this? This is my venture into Facebook Live. So I think my lighting's a little better this time, but every week I'm hoping it's going to get better. I hope you're on my email list. Again, mrstfoxresources.com. Subscribe now. I send a newsletter every Sunday afternoon. You get a freebie. You get news about the sale, if there is one. You get news about new products, if there is a new product. And I will be churning out lots more of these in the near future, so stay tuned. If you follow my Teachers Pay Teachers shop, every time I put a new product out, you get an email saying that I have put something in the shop. So that's another reason, even if you haven't bought anything yet, go ahead and follow the shop, because then you get all of the information. But I give it to you in my newsletter as well. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I hope your Sunday evening is going well. I hope your Thanksgiving was amazing. And if you have any questions at all, reach out to me. But most importantly, I need to straighten out my camera here. I need you to like my page, Mrs. T. Fox Resources Art Curriculum. I need you to like it, and I need you to share this Facebook video on your feed. Maybe tell your friends why you follow me, and that I have the cutest wiener dog in the whole world. So Willie, can you say goodbye to the people? Say goodbye to the people. And don't forget, TPT sale tomorrow and Tuesday. The entire shop is on sale, so get those wish lists ready. And I hope you guys have a great evening. Me and Willie say bye. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye.